Welcome back to another video of RW Outdoors. Today I have a very special video for you today, and now I'm going to be showing you my kayak fishing setup. Now you may already notice this is more unique than most of the other videos on this subject because it is hauled by bicycle. I'll show you later on how this trailer was built. I've been using it for a few years now. It probably has a little over 50 miles on it. And also I'll show you some of my gear and my setup of my kayak. Now here's my kayak. It's just a basic fishing kayak. It's a Sun Dolphin Excursion, and I like it a lot. I use it quite often on the lakes up north here, and it's not fancy. Don't judge my boat because it's not very clean. It is a fishing boat. I of course have my oars here, and I have a nice little depth finder that works pretty well. And my transducer is in the very back of the boat. I just have it tied up here, and it's pretty accurate at telling the depth. Now here in the back of my kayak, I have some of my gear. Of course, I don't care what some people say, you gotta have a life jacket when riding on a kayak. This is also where some of my tackle is stored, and my camera bag / snack bag, and also a few knickknacks. And also one thing that's very important, in the state of Michigan, you're required to have a whistle on any watercraft. So I have one of these. Now here is my camera setup that a guy jerry-rigged with some 1-inch PVC pipe and a stick. I put it in the rod holder and wedged it in there, and it's pretty tight. And zip-tied a pool noodle on there in case it were to come off, then the camera would float. And then I just have my little GoPro up there. And I, of course, in the water, I'll have some more safety devices that in case this were to fall off, then it'll be strapped to the boat. And here is my main fishing pole. It's just a ugly stick medium action rod and with a Shakespeare reel. And sometimes for panfish, I'll use the ultralight. All around, this is just a great fishing kayak for the hobby. When I transport this kayak on this little trailer, you notice a little bit of weight back there and some noise, but that's about it. When you got a bicycle that's powered by a 205 horsepower human being, it goes pretty fast with little effort. Now when transporting this kayak, I always have a little bungee cord here in the front just to keep the nose in place. And I'll throw a ratchet strap around the whole kayak and trailer so that way it stays in place. I never had an issue yet. And now I'll show you the trailer and how the trailer hooks up to the bicycle. Now here's the kayak trailer without the boat on it, and of course it's homemade. I built it about 3 years ago. And first of all, I'll start out with the axle and wheels. Now what I've done is I robbed a rear axle off a push lawnmower out of a pole barn, and I screwed it up to a couple pieces of 2x4, as you can see here and on the other side. It actually works pretty good. It's just the right width. And then I screwed a 2x6 on top of that with a few 1x1s, and then the main frame is a 1x1. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and bought a couple pool noodles for some bunks to protect the bottom of my kayak from rubbing the wood. And at one time a guy did hook up some courtesy lights on the back of the trailer, and that was just silly, I learned. Now here at the front of the trailer where the tongue comes in and meets the wood, I took a couple pieces of angle iron from an old bed frame that I found free on the side of the road and screwed it to the wood and put a couple holes in it with pins. And now this trailer tongue is just a tongue off a little kid's bicycle cart that you haul your kids in. It hooks into a pin on the front here. You can see here is my coupler that bolts on to the rear axle of my bicycle. Now the tongue just slides in and lines up so there's an opening hole. Line up the holes and then put the pin in. Then there is a safety strap that I'll usually put that goes around here, and then you hook it right up to there. It's a pretty cool concept actually. I bought a couple of these for a couple of my other bicycles. These couplers, I believe they're on Amazon for around $10. And it just fits with any of these trailer tongues. Now when you're riding the bicycle with just the cart alone, you don't even know it's back there. This cart is pretty well built. I actually hauled a canoe on top of it. And still, once again, it was just a little extra weight. What's nice about with this kayak is you can easily load it and unload it off the trailer when you get to the landing of your fishing spot, because it's so lightweight and just one person can lift it off this trailer and park the bike. I usually lean the bike and trailer up beside a tree when I'm fishing, and I'll throw that ratchet strap in the back of my kayak so nobody will bother with it. And because there's not a whole lot of people around my area, I don't have to worry about locking my bicycle up to anything, but you can if you want to. Now the bike, this is just a regular old mountain bike, 18 speed. Now with all them gears, it actually shifts pretty good and tows this trailer. One thing I do enjoy when I travel to the lake is I like seeing all the neighbors' reactions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Pretty soon I'll have some kayak fishing content. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.